ask you a question. If I play this chord progression, and don't look now, no cheating, close your eyes. If I play this chord progression, can you identify it? Can you recognize it just by listening? Play it again. If you can, how do you know what it is? And if you can't, how do you learn? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to get into ear training. And right off the bat, I'm going to rename that. It's not so much training like lifting weights. It's exposure. Exposure to music. It's listening homework. Okay? Recognizing chord progressions is exactly that. Recognizing something that you've already seen. That's kind of inherent to recognizing something. It's like you recognize it. You've already seen it, right? So when I hear this, well, this is a 1 to 4. Let's start there. First chord of the key. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth chord of the key. Okay? Now, when I hear that, this is what I hear. Can't always get what you want. Or maybe I hear, imagine there's no heaven. Maybe I hear, midnight rising, hot French fries, and friends around the country. Or blue jean, baby. You get the idea. I don't need to go on, right? I know that's a 1 to 4 because I'm referencing songs that I know are 1 to 4, right? I'm not like, it's kind of weird. Am I analyzing it in the moment? I guess so, but also I'm only having success because I already know the answer. Like, does that make sense? Now, a lot of people say, okay, yeah, I get that. That's 1 to 4. But what about the other stuff? How do you know what that is? That's kind of that's an interesting chord. What the hell is that? Well, I'm referencing some folks like to get away, take a holiday. I'm referencing Georgia. You see what I'm saying? If you played me something that I hadn't studied or I'd never heard, I might not be able to figure it out. If I had enough information, maybe I'd say, well, that's kind of like this, but it sounds a little bit different. I could piece things together. But with no background information, with no reference points, it's basically impossible because you're just totally in the dark. So here's what you do. And actually, before that, I'll say one more thing. You're not missing anything, right? There's no secret. There's no big picture that you're missing out on that says, oh, well, what's that one thing that makes it all come together? No. If you want to recognize a chord progression, it's a matter of like, have you referenced that before? Do you have that in the locker upstairs of, oh, that's that. I remember that song. I learned that. So when you see people who are just amazing at this, it's because they probably have a semi-encyclopedic knowledge of the music that, you're talking about, right? So that's really important. This is about exposure to music. It's about what you've heard and what you've listened to, not, the concepts and skills and stuff that you have put together, right? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go pick your favorite song. There's no better place to start. And you're going to analyze, look up via Google, ask your music teacher, go to ChatGPT, what are the chords in this song? And you're going to lock that sound in your head and associate it. That's a 1 to 4. That's a 2, 5, 1. That's whatever it is. And then you're going to ask ChatGPT or your music teacher, what are the other songs that use that progression? And you're going to listen to them. And you're going to notice that they sound the same. The way that I played these couple songs, and they all kind of sound the same. You're going to notice the vibe, the harmonic movements, and you're going to have something to attach that to. 2-5-1, song that uses a 2-5-1. See? So there's no like page 1, chapter 1 of ear training, where you learn a 1 chord, and then you might find that stuff that's like traditionally complex, you know the best because it's used in music that you want to listen to. For example, one of the first chords personally for me that became very apparent that I would listen to is this chord. Okay? That's a 4 chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the 5th note of the key in the bass. It's commonly called a 4/5 or maybe a G11 chord, something like that. Now, to me, that had so much character, and it was in so many songs I listened to, that I got curious. What the hell is that sound? I looked it up. Oh, it's this thing, right? Here's a song that uses this. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Right? Easy, Commodores. You'll find a bunch of examples of songs that use that, or whatever chord you're talking about, but that's the point. Whenever I hear that song, that chord, I'm referencing the Commodores. I'm referencing when I've heard that before. I'm like, oh, it's a 4/5 chord. That's cool. I love that sound. So that's the secret. That's how you can learn any chord progression. And the secret is, I'm sorry, there's no secret, there's no shortcut. Learn them all one at a time in an order that they interest you. That's extremely key. Pick your favorite songs, your favorite 10 songs, your favorite artist, analyze your favorite album, and start to try and recognize those sounds, those vibes, those harmonic movements in other music. And keep a running list in your iPhone or something like that. So what's that sound? Oh, that's 4/5. That's 2/5/1. That's a 1/4/5. You start to have a bit of a Rolodex and become that encyclopedia of music yourself, and you're going to be able to recognize more chord progressions, and it's going to foster, I think, an engagement in the music that you're listening to and learning. So, go listen to your favorite music. How's that for homework? Analyze the chord progression, find other songs that use the same chord progression, and lump those together and start to recognize that's 1/4, or that's whatever it is. Thanks for watching. If you like this lesson, I got loads more on the channel. I'm also starting an online music school. You can check the link below to find out about that. I'm going to be teaching live group classes to learn music theory and all this stuff in an affordable way. So leave me a comment about what you want to see in the channel. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.